Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS. In this video, we are going to talk about one important topic. That is how to prepare UPSC from zero level. So many students who want to aspire this UPSC to become IAS or IPS, either from 10th class level or 12th standard or during graduation or after graduation. So one important question they will think about is how to prepare UPSC from zero level. So at what the stage you are, so you need to follow these steps mainly to clear this UPSC. Why? Because every year lakhs of aspirants they appear this civil service examination, and many of them they are at a very early stage so that they can prepare very much well and even better for UPSC prelims and mains. So now let us try to understand how to prepare UPSC from zero level. So I am going to discuss this in a very great detail, and even the students who are at present 10th class or from 12th standard or graduation or during after their graduation, they can easily understand these steps how to prepare UPSC from zero level. So first and the foremost thing that you need to do is to get idea about UPSC syllabus. So I will strongly suggest you to come up with or to take print out of syllabus of UPSC, because if you are preparing for any exam, either it may be state public service exam or any other central government exam, so you have to go through the syllabus. Syllabus, it is a key actually. So if you refer this syllabus and if you mug up this syllabus, so why I am saying to mug up this syllabus, because if you start reading newspaper, so frequently you will come to see some important keywords that is present in your syllabus in the newspaper directly. So in this way, it will be very useful for you to understand which topic is relevant to UPSC and which topic we can leave. So for this, you need to get idea about UPSC syllabus. So you need to take print out and you have to paste that syllabus copy to your desk. Then whenever you are starting your preparation on that day, you have to go through this syllabus. So first one is you need to get idea about syllabus, and next one is to understand the pattern of examination. First, you know pattern of examination, especially for this UPSC IAS exam. Examination will be at 3 levels: preliminary, mains and interview. In prelims, you will be having multiple choice questions, and it is, if you qualify this, then you will be called for mains, and in mains it will be descriptive. So descriptive means you need to focus on even answer writing as well. And next one is interview. So these are the 3 levels, and you have to know which level is important, especially which level is important to see your name in the list. So here prelims. Prelims, it is just qualifying. If you are getting 160 out of 200 also, you have to write the same means. If you are getting just 100 marks also, you will be writing means. So there is nothing much change if you are getting 160 or if you are getting 100, just it is qualifying. But in mains, you need to get good marks. So this mains will be the deciding factor. Okay, in interview, more or less every people will be getting average same marks. So there will be just difference of 30 to 40 marks we can see in interview. But in mains, so you have to focus more on this mains. And next one is you need to start your preparation with basic NCERTs. You are having a list of NCERTs that you need to see. Normally it is from 6th to 12th. For example, geography, history, polity, economy, and especially class 12th for your environment and ecology. So why I am saying to read NCERTs? Because already you are having zero knowledge regarding this UPSC. But to understand the concept, so these are the basic books. And these are also government sources as well. And these NCERTs are very important to clear your concepts. And even you can get prelims and mains based questions from these NCERTs. And later on, you have to start reading newspaper. Newspaper is very important because you need to also focus on current affairs part. So current affairs is important from your prelims, mains, and even in interview you will get questions from this current affairs, right? So here you need to follow one newspaper. And next one is you need to also start watching news analysis, for example DD News, BBC and Rajya Sabha TV analysis. So that will be very helpful to get some important points or insights into the current affairs which is happening around us. And one more thing I want to say here is, yes, ma'am said that current affairs is important. You will be getting questions in prelims, mains and interview. So you have to focus on current affairs most. But one thing is, you should not spend hours and hours of times in newspaper. So you should spend only limited amount of time, like 1.5 hour to 2.5 hours in current affairs. And one more thing is, daily there will be hardly 7 to 8 articles which are relevant from our UPSC point of view, and you can follow that. And should not spend hours and hours of time in this newspaper or news analysis. And next one is video lectures is also very important. So after reading this basic NCERTs, you will be having some idea. But to write the answers in your mains, you need to follow some video lectures. For example, in Rathod's IAS, we are providing video lecture series of different subjects. And if you want to take entire course, we are providing that. And if you want certain modules like history, economy, we are also providing that. In which area you are weak, you can take the video lectures and you can understand the concepts clearly. And next one is, after that you need to start your standard reference books. So there are some standard reference books. For example, for polity we have Lakshmikant, and for history, especially modern history, we have Bipin Chandra, and as well as Spectrum, and for economy we have Ramesh Singh. So for so subject we are having some standard reference books and you have to read these books. And next one is selection of study material. So if you go to nearby market, okay, wherever these IAS institutes are present, so you will be getting number of book stalls. In book stalls you will having bundles of material. So don't bring all those materials which are available in different book stalls. So try to keep your study material which is limited. Because I want to say one thing, if you read one topic from 5 books, it is waste of your time. So if you are keeping only one source which is very much better, and it is providing the best information, and if you are revising the same topic for 10 times, it is very useful, and it will be useful for your long-term memory as well, and you can represent very well in your exam rather than studying the same topic in 5 to 10 books. And next one is, you need a help from a mentor. So mentor help will be very important, and that mentor will guide you to reach your goal. And this mentor continuously monitor your progress, where you are going wrong, whether you are going in the right way or not. If you have any doubts, that doubts will be cleared by this mentor. So mentor support is compulsory. And next one is time management plan. So why we need to talk about this time management? Because already you know that syllabus for this UPSC is very vast. So you have to complete GS1. In GS1 you will be having history, right? Geography and even Indian society. And GS2 it contains polity, geography, international relations, and also you will be having social issues. And next one is, in GS3 you will be having wide range of subjects like economy, science and technology, environment, disaster management. And in GS4 you will be having ethics, integrity and aptitude. And apart from that, you need to choose your optional, right? And next important thing is, you will also need to follow your essay. You need to practice this essay. So to do all these you will be having a very limited time, right? So you need to come up with a proper time management. Proper time management is very important for UPSC preparation. And next one is, just reading and leaving it is not at all useful. You have to join any test series. In Rathod's IAS, we are providing prelims test series and even mains answer writing courses, and there are wide range of variety of courses that we are providing. So why I am saying to join this test series? Because if you are reading any topics, so if you are not practicing questions, means you might be missing something, right? So if you are practicing questions, then you can see a number of good things that can appear in this test series. So whatever the things you might have missed, that will be covered in this test series. So you will be getting another dimension that you can think in this way also. So in this way, joining of test series is very important to analyze yourself whether you are going in a right track or not. And this test series will also give an idea to regarding how these questions will be appeared in UPSC prelims and even mains. Okay, it will help to understand the standard of questions, and it will be very much helpful to practice eliminating techniques, especially in this prelims. So we can't directly enter this UPSC examination hall and we can't try the elimination techniques there, right? So before that only we need to be well prepared how to use this elimination techniques and how to identify the correct answers. To practice all those things, we need to join this test series. And next important point is we need to start answer writing practice. As I said, mains is very important. So to get good marks in mains, and if you want to see your name in the final list, you need to focus on this answer writing practice. So when to start this answer writing practice? So whenever you started your preparation, so after just 1 month of your preparation, you can start this answer writing practice. So you can start your practice by just, if you say in NCERTs, you will be having questions after end of every chapter. So there you can get the questions and start writing answers. Initially answers may not be good, but you can improve your answer writing skills after practicing. Okay, so you have to practice consistently to improve your answer writing skills. Okay, and next one is revision. So before 2 to 3 months of your prelims, you need to focus on this revision. Revision is very important. Without revision, you can't remember anything. So not only before 2 to 3 months, so whatever you are reading for every 1 week or for every 15 days or for every 1 month, you need to keep certain time like 2 days or 3 days for revision whatever you have studied. So revision is an important key for success. Okay, so many students, they do not revise, they will study on they will keep going on studying the new things. So without revising whatever you have studied, that is a waste of your time. You can't recall everything in your examination hall. If you're not recalling the things whatever you have studied, that is your waste of your time and waste of your attempt, right? So because of this, you need to also focus on this revision. And next and the final thing is own strategy. So why we need to focus on this own strategy? Because many of you aspirants, you will be continuously watching the strategy of toppers. So toppers timetable, what they followed, what they don't follow, everything. But you will mainly miss on your weaknesses and strengths. So you need to focus on your what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. So if you identify what are your weaknesses, so in that weaknesses areas, you can spend much more times and to overcome your weakness, right? So based on your strength and based on your weakness, you need to come up with your own strategy. You should not blindly follow any other topper strategy. So this is the thing I want to say. And these are some important steps that you need to follow to prepare for UPSC at a 0 level. So I hope this video will be very helpful to understand how to start your UPSC preparation from 0 level. So by this I am concluding. Thank you so much.